All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Late Night with Coach Eli edition. Glad you can all join me here today. It is Friday, June 18th, 2021, the day of this live stream recording. But if you're watching this in the future on the replay, my live streams always have great replay value because I create them in more of a way such as a creator would create pre-recorded evergreen videos. So, folks, if you're watching this in 2025, there's going to be some value here. Now, during my live streams, I do also, talk about current events and stuff like that. So that may not matter down the road. But hey, if you're watching this down the road, just fast forward on the replay, because on the live streams, the DVR is disabled. I want you to be here to participate and just get to the part that you want to see. But before we get to the show today, let me make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And it looks like it has. And look who's here. Queen, you're still awake. You're awake, Queen? At 4:55 a.m. Eastern Time, Queen? Oh, wow. Woo, my gosh. Wow. Okay, let me check out the back end of YouTube. Oh. Why is Facebook saying that? Facebook's saying too high stream resolution. We recommend using a resolution of 1920 by 1080 or lower. Well, that's what I'm using, but I'm using 60 frames per second. And it worked the other day, so I'm going to ignore that. Let me dismiss that. Facebook. I think we're going to be okay. I'm getting this message on Facebook. I'm streaming in too high quality. Eli, your equipment's too good. Your internet connection is fiber. It's too fast. Well, Facebook, get with the times. On YouTube, you can stream at any resolution or any bit rate that you want. But anyway, let me make sure that the YouTube side of things on the back end is rolling smoothly, and it absolutely is. And let me just ensure that the Facebook video is actually rolling smoothly. Let's see. Wow, that's crystal, huh? Even on Facebook? Wow. All right. It's all good. Before we get right to it, let me once again pay special props to this channel sponsor, actually this business's sponsor, because my sponsor sponsors me wherever I create content. And that is none other than the great Troy Brewer. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. Troy Brewer is a master at branding and marketing. So if you need help with your branding, marketing, or any other needs, if you're looking to find a way to sell your products and services, if you're looking to use someone else's products and services that would help your business or other aspects of life, Troy is multifaceted. He has so many different aspects to the Discover Community Network. And if you'd like for me to connect you with Troy for a free consultation, just let me know. I'd be happy to connect you directly by emailing me at the email in the description below on YouTube and at the top of Facebook, Coach Eli at coacheli.com. Or if you want to reach out to Troy directly, just go to the description a third of the way down on the YouTube side of things and check out the top link, discovercommunitynetwork.com. On Facebook, just go to the Facebook search bar and type in Discover Community Network, and that'll take you to their main business page on Facebook. And from there, you can find out how to connect with Troy. Once again, Troy, thank you very much for your continued sponsorship and patronage of this channel on YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere else I put out my content. And Troy, I know we haven't touched base in a little while. I'd love to touch base with you real soon. We'll make that happen because there's lots and lots of great things coming here from my end. So that's all good. All right, so Queen Ellen Casey's here at almost 5 in the morning Eastern Time and almost 2 in the morning Pacific Time. Now, she says, the queen is here. You're good. She says, I was sleeping. Queen, did the notification wake you up? Or did you just wake up and you looked at your phone and it said that Eli is live? Yeah. Well, folks, I was going to do this stream earlier tonight, but it's been very hot here the last several days in the San Francisco Bay Area. We've had 100-plus degree weather, which is, rare. It's not unusual, but it's rare. Like, we don't get like 2 or 3 months straight of 100-degree weather like some people get, in different parts of the country. Or if you live in the Central Valley area or the Sacramento area, which is about 70 miles east of where I live in the Bay Area, it does get hot there in the summer almost every day. It's like 90 plus or 100 plus. But here in the Bay Area, we have this great microclimate. That's why in downtown Redwood City, there's a sign that says Climate Best by Government Test. And Redwood City has the #1 climate in the entire U.S. and the 3rd best climate in the entire world. We're in the middle of a microclimate. Basically, if you go west about 10, 15 miles, there's the Pacific Ocean. And if you go east about, 2, 3 miles from where I'm at, or 2 miles or so, or a mile or something like that, a mile and a half, you have the San Francisco Bay. And so when Redwood City is right in the middle of the San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean, you have those crosswinds. And, that's called a microclimate. And so it keeps the air cooler. Now, on a day like today that was 100 degrees, if it wasn't for that microclimate, it would have probably been about 115 or 117. And 100 is bad enough for me. I'm used to having the perfect weather out here. We're pretty spoiled out here in the Bay Area, especially Redwood City, where it's like 70, 75, 78 degrees on a normal day throughout summertime. How's the weather been in your neck of the woods, Queen? Queen, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at, Queen? What's so funny? You let me know. You let me know. Queen, you like this shirt? This is the shirt that I haven't worn this in a while. This is a beer belly shirt. And it's kind of ironic because I don't have a beer belly. But I just love this shirt. I got it like on a great deal from from REI, the REI garage store. They have lots of great deals. Sometimes you can find things 50 to 70% off the regular price because they're trying to clearance them out. And I found this. I think I got this shirt for like 10 or 12 bucks. Normally it would go for like 25 or 30. I mean, they're overpriced, but you know how it goes. It costs $2 to make a t-shirt, or less than $2 to make a t-shirt in a sweatshop in China. And then, they buy them for like maybe $5. And then they actually, sell them for $30 regular price. And then they'll clearance them for like 10 to 15 bucks and still make a profit, a good profit off the clearance price, right? That's called retail. And I worked in retail for around 17 years. So I know how the system works there. Hello, Lewis Fuller. How you doing, brother? How are you doing, man? Welcome, bro. Welcome. I've been trying to align my camera perfectly. The chat seems to be a little bit bigger. I'm kind of blocking part of it. I'm wondering if I could actually just change it right now on the fly. Let me see if I can do that. Give me a second here. Now that's a little bit better. At least I think it's a little bit better. Well, I'm still kind of blocking it. I'm watching your ads in full, says Lewis. Lewis says, hi, Queen. Give me a second here. Let me try to. That's too small. That's too small. Here, give me a second here. Let me see what I can do. Give me a second. I'm sorry, folks. All right. I think that it's going to have to be right there. I've had to do a bunch of adjustments on the fly with my brand new camera I just purchased recently, the Sony a6400. I'm trying to get it exact like I had it with my former camera. So it's going to take a few shows before I tweak everything properly. I actually tweaked the color settings a little bit more. So I don't know. How do I look on the screen today? Do I look a little bit more normal? I do need to tinker around more with the auto exposure settings, but I think my skin tone looks a little more accurate. I can see the auto exposure coming in and out and autofocus doing its thing. But just know, folks, for the next few streams or so, I'm going to be making some tweaks on OBS with the camera settings for color, exposure. I'm going to try to do some fancy stuff with the chat. I'm going to try to, spice up these shows a little bit more and add some more graphics and stuff to make them a little bit more lively and engaging and entertaining. So don't mind me if I have to do a few tweaks towards the beginning of most of these shows. So that is that. All right. Let's get right to it because for some reason I'm not tired. I am not tired at all. I don't know what time I'm going to go to bed tonight. I may even take a bath. Later tonight, an Epsom salt bath before I go to bed. Let's see. Hazy Train's in the house. Hello. It is really clear. You got a nice setup now. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, bro. I've had a decent setup pretty much. The only thing that I didn't have that was the greatest was my camera. But even with my Canon Vixia R700, it's still better than a webcam. Like anytime you use a camcorder, it's going to be better than using a webcam. But the best thing to use is a DSLR or a mirrorless camera. And now, people are saying that it is much better to get a mirrorless camera. My Sony a6400 is a mirrorless camera. So there's no mirror in there. The light just, hits the sensor immediately and it starts processing the image much quicker and better. So you want to either get a mirrorless camera, preferably, or a DSLR. If you're going to do live streaming in high quality, you want to either have a capture card or use an Elgato Cam Link like I have. And you want to make sure that your camera has clean HDMI, meaning that you're able to turn off the on-screen graphics. So when you output from your camera through your capture card to your laptop or desktop and through OBS, whatever other program you use, it's not going to show those graphics on there. But I appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much for that compliment, and that's great to see you here, man. Hazy Train, like where are you actually from, man? Are you actually in the U.S. or are you in a different country? Like what time is it where you're at? Hazy Train says, I agree, but it is very clear now. Yeah, mirrorless are nice. I have one too, but it's older. Oh, okay. Can you do like 720p or 1080p on it at least? So this one can do up to 4K at 30 frames per second. None of the cameras that I saw will do 4K 60. They all do 4K 30 frames per second. And I think only on the higher end camcorders, the professional grade camcorders, and the more higher end, $2,000-$3,000 DSLRs or mirrorless cameras will do 4K at 60. But the Elgato Cam Link can only output a maximum of 4K 30 anyway. So, like I said yesterday, on my stream, I could stream at 4K at 30 frames per second. And I have the bandwidth and all the equipment and the powerful laptop, etc. The thing is, I like the 60 frames per second now. Before I got this laptop and this new camera, I was doing 4K I was doing 1080p at 30 frames per second, and now we're at 60, and it's much, much smoother. And again, like I've said to people, when you're streaming, typically you're doing it from a studio, and you don't really need 4K. You don't. I mean, how much better would I look in 4K, bro? Hazy Train, Washington State. Oh shit! So you're only 2 states above me. There are a bunch of people from the drama sphere. We're not going to mention who they are, but I'm sure you know. A bunch of people from the drama sphere that live in Washington State and Oregon, bro. Yeah. And you better be careful, dude, because some of those people, like to do drive-bys. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll briefly mention something about that side later on this show. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't been really paying that much attention, but people have been sending me things, and it's just, you know what it is, Hazy Train? This is the thing. I've figured out this YouTube game so well. Like, these people from that other side, they want me to re-engage so badly. They want me to go toe-to-toe with them. They're trying so hard to suck me back in. And they're trying to do it in the way where they're being sneaky about it, but I know what they're doing. It's not going to work. And, even if I mention these people every now and then, for example, purposes, well, hang on a second here. Why is my bandwidth meter not working? Give me a second here. Hold on a second. I got to choose the adapter here. I thought I had that set. I'd like to monitor my bandwidth, and I have this bandwidth meter. Okay. I hit apply. And now it looks like it's working. So let me see this again here. Let me make sure this is rolling smoothly. Yeah, it looks like it is. My apologies on that, folks. Okay, we're all good. So like I said, I'm my own entity, and that's part of what I'm going to talk about here tonight. And here's the thing. Regardless of what I talk about or who I talk about or how often I talk about someone or not talk about anyone at all, yada, 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 I choose to do what I feel is right for myself. And I don't have to feed into people I don't want to feed into. And if I talk about certain people, doesn't mean I'm feeding into them. Even if they come back to me, I can ignore them. I can do whatever I want. I've learned how to handle myself. But yeah, I'll just say, Hazy Train, it's been very interesting. People have been sending me a little bit of information. My mods behind the scenes will send me a little bit of information regarding what's been going on. And it's really sad to me that these people have absolutely no content. No content, right? Well, they could create real content, but the reason why they're feeding into drama is because the drama is what's getting them the views. And I'll share a little bit more about that, later on in the show. But let's get to what I want to discuss here tonight. Tonight's topic, or this morning's topic, because we're on a late night show. Jesus, it's 5:12 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 2:12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time here in my neck of the woods. The topic for this show is how. Wait a minute. What happened there? What is going on? It's interesting here. When I go click on edit, it shows me a previous show's information. This is weird. Give me a second. Let me refresh this. What in the world? What is going on here? This is weird. When I go to edit this, hang on a second here. Oh, I got to find out what's going on because this is really strange. This is really strange. This is weird. This is really, really strange. Like, it has the title from my previous stream. Let me see what's out there on YouTube.
With MailChimp's market.
Well, at least we're still monetized. It's weird. Okay, give me just a second, folks. I have to fix this. This was a YouTube glitch, and I apologize for this. My God. Just a second here, please. All right. I think we're good now. Let me just refresh here. I don't know how that glitch happened there. I had it set properly, but it transferred the title in the description section from the previous stream. Now, here we go. So the topic is stop overthinking everything. Go after whatever you want for yourself. One more time. Stop overthinking everything. Go after whatever you want for yourself. Now, let me start off by saying, when I say go after whatever you want for yourself, it sounds a little bit selfish. And to a certain extent, it is. And you have to be selfish to a certain extent. But it doesn't mean be extremely selfish. It doesn't mean treat people bad. It doesn't mean, not be respectful, to people, right? So, for example, if you are a guy and you find a woman attractive, and in the past, let's say, you were the type of guy that would overthink whether you should ask her out or not. And let's say that you finally grew some balls and you decided to just take chances and take risks regarding anything you want to accomplish in life. And let's say, you approach the woman and you basically, ask her out and see if she wants to hang out. That's something that you're doing because it's going to make you happy, right? It's going to make you happy to ask her out and possibly get a date with her and see where it can go, right? Okay. But if you do get that date and she ends up liking you and you start hanging out with her, you're still going after her and you got something that, you wanted for yourself, something that's going to make you happy deep within. But does that mean you become selfish towards her or other people? No. When I say stop overthinking everything, go after whatever you want for yourself, it means that if there are things that you enjoy in life, if there are things that you have dreams of accomplishing, things that would make you happy, right? Okay? You have to take chances in order for those things to possibly happen for you, right? And most people will overthink things because they fear rejection, or they feel like they're not good enough. They feel like they're going to fail. They feel like if they risk a little bit of money or, make an investment in something, it's not going to pan out. Okay? Like I've said in the past, I'll say it again. No risk, no reward. One more time. No risk, no reward. You can't get ahead in life if you don't take risks, right? And what prevents people from taking risks? It's the fact that there are many people out there nowadays that overthink things, right? Now, Hazy Train, if you're still around, Queen, if you're still around, whoever else is here, okay? How many times have you overthought something? How many times have you approached a woman and, you asked her out, or let's say you got a date and you try to make some suggestions with or to her, and she basically was overthinking it. She was, trying to talk to the storm about it, right? Where you basically ask a simple question, right? And she makes it into like a festivity, right? EMK, how you doing, bro? Hi all. Hello, Eli. Welcome to the show. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I did another late night show today. I had some other things come up earlier, and I was still also doing some tweaks to my laptop. I bought some new cables from Amazon to replace some stock cables that I had. My Elgato Camlink card. I now bought some more higher end, more professional grade cables because I have a better camera and stuff. So I was, working on some other things. And I was going to stream earlier, but then I'm like, I need to take a little bit of a break and a rest. And then I went to lay down a bit and I couldn't sleep. So I said, screw it. I'm going to get up and do this stream tonight and do another one tomorrow. But welcome to the show, EMK. Queen Helen Casey says, hello, EMK. Excellent. Excellent. So some examples of, overthinking things, right? I'll give you the most recent example. I've been wanting to upgrade my equipment for a while. But knowing me, I always like going top of the line, like going high end. If I'm going to upgrade, I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to go all out, right? And I knew, I've been talking about this upgrade for, over a year now, like maybe a year and a half, at least a year or so. If a Sicily A10's around, he knows that I've been talking about this for a while, right? And I'll be honest, I was overthinking it. But I was also going through a lot of things during that time. I sold my insurance business last year. I was going through a transition period. And for a little short while, I was, thinking about, I got some money, that, came to me for selling my book of business, and I have some savings and all that. And I got to find a way to make this work before I make an investment with this on this equipment, right? But then things started to change. I got a sponsor, and things just started to turn around to the point of where I finally got to the point where I said, you know what? I'm going to stop overthinking this, and I'm going to actually do it. I was going to put it off for a few more months, but I said to myself, why wait? The time is now. If I wait 2 months to step up my game, I am holding myself back for 2 months of creating great high quality content for you folks. And look, life is short. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You never know what's going to happen in a month or two. For me, when I really, really stopped overthinking things, it started happening for me in my probably my late 20s, early 30s. Before that time, I would overthink everything. Now, I every so often overthink things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. Even the most experienced people are not perfect people. Right? No one's perfect. But I overthink things far less now than I did in my teens and my 20s. Like I said, by the time I got to my early 30s, I started to take more risks. And as you get older, you realize you're starting to get older. You take more chances because, you have less time, right? For example, when I was in my, 20s, after my high school sweetheart broke up with me, that I thought I was going to be with her together forever and get married to her, right? When I was getting to know women initially, like I would literally talk to women like for a month or two before going on a date with them. Like if I met them online, or there used to be some phone line dating services you could call and talk to women and exchange numbers and trade pictures and do all that. And back in those days, we didn't have smartphones and stuff like that. And that was even, before sending pictures through email was easy to do. So we would mail each other pictures in the mail. So, I used to call this phone line that was called Live Links, and it's still around to this day, but it sucks now. Live Links, Telepersonals. There was a Night Exchange. There's Quest Personals. These are all phone line dating services that they do suck nowadays. It's like a how do I put this politely without getting demonetized? There are a lot of women advertising certain activities on there, and they're seeking out the beta males, so they're going to pay them for that. Let me put it to you that way, right? But yeah, I was talking to a few women, and we traded pictures through the mail back in those days, in my early to mid 20s, before the internet became popular, and you can email pictures, and that's before we even got smartphones, and now we can just text people, right? Okay. And so I would talk with these women for months at a time, right? And, I ended up realizing as I got older, it's a waste of time because you're not going to know that you have chemistry with somebody or not until you meet them. And now I tell people, this is the truth. When you see somebody right away, both you and the woman know if there's chemistry or attraction within 3 seconds. So why are you going to, talk with somebody for weeks and months and talk by phone all day, every day, lose sleep at night, right? Write letters through the snail mail. And then back then we started getting emails. So we would email back then before we even had text messaging. And now we have our smartphones, right? EMK says, hi, Queen. I'm still getting this message on Facebook. Well, you're telling me we recommend you use a lower resolution. Well, I don't want to. So if you're going to boot me Facebook, then boot me. Okay? But you haven't booted me yet. And I didn't start getting that message until recently. I've been broadcasting at 1920 by 1080, even though they downscale it to 720p. I've been doing that for like 6-7 months now. So I keep hitting dismiss, and every so often, boom, it pops back up. But nobody over on the Facebook side of things. So anyway, so then you would meet these women, and if it didn't work out, right? Let's say you were attracted to her and she wasn't attracted to you. You wasted 2 or 3 months talking with her on the phone every night for a few hours before going to bed, emailing or sending snail mail letters and stuff like that. That's what we used to do back in those days, right? And why was I waiting so long to meet women back in those days? Because I would overthink things. I wasn't a shy guy, but I would overthink things because I wanted to pretty much establish a good rapport and build a good enough connection before meeting these women, thinking that that would give me a better chance of it just taking off from the point of where we meet, right? And we all know, guys and gals, that's the furthest thing from the truth, right? That's why when you get to know someone in the online dating world nowadays, you basically, should send a few messages through the service you're using, whether it's Match.com, whether it's Bumble, Plenty of Fish, whichever one you use. And then you want to, ask the lady for your number and take it off, that particular, dating site, and have a phone conversation. Okay. Have 1, maybe 2 phone conversations, and then set up a date and meet. Now, excuse me, give me a second here. Excuse me. Now, ideally, what's worked for me in the past is when I have a conversation with a woman and you can feel her excitement and she sounds feminine and she sounds excited to want to meet me, like I'll set up a date after the first phone conversation. You can tell when a woman's really into you super into you, she's basically waiting or almost practically begging for you to ask her out, right? And, in my 30s and 40s, there are times where the connection was so great. Like I met the woman that particular night. We would meet for, a late night Denny's, meal or something or dessert because, Denny's is open 24 hours a day. Um, now you say, hey, Eli, you meet a woman at Denny's for a first date. Well, if you're meeting them at 10 or 11 o'clock at night sometimes, okay, because they're not working the next day, neither are you. You only have a couple of options. You either meet them at their place, or they come to your place, or you meet them at a Denny's, right? And typically it's not gonna happen where you're gonna, meet the woman at her house on the first date. Well, that did happen with one of my exes, but that's very, very rare. EMK says, hook up, hook out, have fun, hang up. Or hang out, have fun, and hook up, right? EMK, I'm beginning to really think that you're somebody here. I think I finally figured out who you are. And that's okay. That's okay. Because you talk about Coach Corey Wayne a lot, and it's all good, dude. Queen Helen Casey says, be careful with the energy drinks. They can cause people to die with a lot of caffeine in it. Oh, Queen, I'm so immune to caffeine. Like my body is, I don't overdo it, Queen. And I typically will only drink these like if I'm doing a stream. And I moderate it. Like I don't drink the whole thing. I have coffee here instead, which has less caffeine. But this will typically last me for like a whole day or a half a day. I don't drink it all at once. So anyway. So yeah, as I got into my 30s, I stopped overthinking everything. Especially when it comes to, dating. If I'm a single man and I'm looking to find a good woman to date, I stopped overthinking things and I'm like, look, what's the worst that can happen? She can say no. So why not find out now instead of investing 2 or 3 months of endless phone conversations and texting and, all this stuff, right? And when I get back from the break, I'm going to take a break here in a few minutes. Caffeine gives me anxiety. Oh, that's not good. Caffeine does not give me anxiety. It actually relaxes me and it keeps me awake. It just makes me feel relaxed. It gives me the opposite effect. Actually, EMK, Queen, and anyone else that's still here, Hazy Train, I can drink an energy drink or a cup of coffee and go to bed 5 minutes later. No problem. Sleep like a baby, right? No problem at all. Most people can't. For me, caffeine relaxes me. It helps keep me awake. But hey, if I want to just, have a cup of coffee and take a nap, I could, right? But what would be the point? Why am I going to drink coffee and then want to sleep, right? But no, I could. It doesn't wire me like in the way it would wire other people. So I'm just used to it. I have a high tolerance for things, and caffeine is one of them. But it does help keep me awake and it keeps me alert. They say if you moderate your caffeine, like coffee, it is good for you if you moderate it, though. So anyway, we're at 39 minutes. I'm going to take a break here in a second. And what was I going to say? When we get back, I'm going to talk about some other things. I'm going to talk about, people that, had internet relationships and where I see the issues with internet relationships. Why do people do them when they want the real thing? And why does it take those people so long to meet in person? and take that chance, well, they are overthinking things, or at least one side is overcomplicating things. And I'll share my thoughts more about that when I get back from the break. And, after that, to end up the show when I get back, I may briefly discuss some things that I've been made aware of by my moderators and other people that care about me regarding the other side. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not upset. I'm not triggered. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing, and it's like to be honest with you, I don't want to feed into this. I don't even want to talk about it, but it's so comical to me. It's so comical to me what I'm seeing, and how much these people are overthinking everything. I'll explain more about what I mean by that after the break. So EMK says, if I combine caffeine with Viagra, I'm like a vibrator, vibrating from anxiety, but rock hard. Oh man, that's that's funny, bro. That is absolutely funny. Yeah, we're still monetized. That's good. That is good. All right. Thank you for not demonetizing me today. Yeah, YouTube actually, my last 2 in-studio streams were demonetized. I had to send them in for manual review, and they approved them. And, because the AI makes mistakes, right? I haven't had, it's been, I think, since I've been monetized on this channel, it's been a year and a half since I've been monetized on this channel. I've only had, I think, 1 video where I sent it in for manual review, they didn't approve it. And that's been well over a year ago. So I think after a while, when you're consistent with YouTube and you create good content, they take a look at your channel and they're like, oh, this guy has no copyright strikes, no community guideline strikes, no content ID claims, no issues at all. And the majority of his videos are green. We're not even going to look at this. We're just going to, here, dude, we trust you. You're good, right? Plus, you live in the San Francisco Bay Area, 22 minutes south of us, right? So we don't want you knocking on our door. No, I wouldn't do that, YouTube. I wouldn't do that. But anyway, let me go ahead and queue up some royalty-free YouTube music, take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and talk about a few more things. And like I said, the things I'm going to talk about, I really honestly want to help people. I'm the kind of guy that loves to help people, regardless of who they are, where they come from, or how they've treated me in the past, right? And don't worry, Queen, or anyone else. I'm not saying I'm feeding back into the other side or anything like that, but I do care about everyone, including those people. It's just funny that the perfect example of what not to do or what not to be is what these people are doing. And so, I'll share some brief thoughts about it in a very respectful and professional way. And hey, maybe it might help them get back on track too. So anyway, let me just cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Let's see. Let me see here. All right. All right, music's all queued up, folks. I'm going to step away for a short break, a little less than 10 minutes, and when I return, we're going to get right to it. And, we've got some interesting things to talk about when I return. So stick around. We'll be right back. feels so good. Feels good. Yes. Yes. Yeah, gotta feel good. Gotta feel good. Gotta feel real good. Yeah. Woo. We're back. Woo. The song is called Let Your Body Rock from the YouTube audio library. Yes. Woo! All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. It is Friday. The weekend is almost here. Queen Helen Casey saying Eli's flipping out at 2:49 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Hey Eli, it's 5:49 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in my neck of the woods. I know, Queen. You did take a nap at least, right? That's what you said, right, Queen? So you feel good. You're ready to rock this day, right? Are you ready to rock this day and rock the weekend, Queen Helen Casey? Queen, I have boundless energy. That's why I do what I do. I love what I do, and I want to help as many people as possible, including you and others. Get that boundless energy, because you have it. Release that boundless energy you have deep within you and show it off to the world and create greatness, right? And Queen, you started to do that. You're back producing content, and that's great. And we're going to work together on some stuff real soon. You, BWYA Gaming. I talked with BWYA Gaming privately earlier today, and I'll be talking with Lewis Fuller and his sister sometime over the next few days or early next week, and it's going to be amazing. Amazing. All right, folks, welcome back. Today, we are discussing stop overthinking everything. Go after whatever you want for yourself. One more time. Stop overthinking everything. Go after whatever you want for yourself. And that is in a non-selfish way. But like I said at the beginning of the show, if you missed the first part of the show, go back and check out the replay. I went into detail about this, and I shared some other examples. And I'll be sharing some other examples and talking about some other things here, during the second part of the show. Like I said, you have to be selfish within yourself before you're able to connect with other people and become a part of their greatness. So before if you're a guy, before you can make a relationship work with a woman, if you're a woman, before you can make a relationship work with a guy, or if you're a business owner or a YouTuber and you're looking to collaborate with other business owners or YouTubers, before you can create greatness with other people, you have to figure out in a selfish way within yourself who you really are and how you want to present yourself to the world. And look, we're in a modern world nowadays where time is of the essence. Like, if you haven't noticed, folks, like we have so many more options nowadays that, it's difficult enough getting someone's attention in the first place, right? Because everyone's trying to get everybody's attention, right? But once you get someone's attention, what's going to keep their attention, right? So keeping someone's attention is going to involve you being a good person and bringing something to the table that's worthy of their time, right? And is also worthy of your time. So in a selfish way, before you can put yourself out there to connect with others for whatever reason, dating or business purposes, right? You have to figure out, who you are and what you have to offer. And, you have to take chances. You have to be open to take chances, including, negotiating with the other side that you want to work with. Hey, not only are business partnerships a negotiation, but dating can be looked at as a negotiation as well. right? You're like negotiating terms, kind of. Now, it's a weird way to put it for dating, but when you're getting to know a woman initially, you're looking to see, okay, how does she fit in my life? She's looking to see how you fit in her life. And it's a negotiation process, right? Any which way you look at it. I mean, you may not want to look at it that way, when you're in a relationship. You don't want to say, hey, babe, we're in a relationship now, so we're going to negotiate things with each other that are going to keep us together. No, you don't say that. You just, act upon it, right? You basically, compromise is a better way to put it, right? You bring something to the table, you make an offer to that person, right? And they may accept your offer, or they may come back with a counter offer. If they come back with a counter offer, they're going to say, okay, I like your idea, but what do you think if we change it a little bit? And then you can hear their counter offer and say, that's great. How about we combine the both together and figure out a happy medium, right? Okay. But the problem most people have is that they don't trust other people. They've been burned by one or two people in the past, and then they put a wall up or a guard up, right? So then the next time a good opportunity or a great opportunity comes around, whether it be for business or personal purposes, people are guarded and they start to overthink things. I see this happen more so with women in the modern world of dating. I've encountered many of these women, because they're talking to a ton of guys. So like I said, there are a lot of options nowadays. People are getting a lot of attention, and it's hard to get any one person's attention in particular. But if you get that one person's attention, let's say for the moment, okay, you have to think about what's going to keep their attention. What's going to get them to choose either working with you on a business deal, or if it's a woman that's talking with you, what's going to get her to choose you and want to get to know you and possibly date you long term and eliminate the 100 plus other guys that are waiting in backup status, right? It's a crazy world. That's why I do what I do. That's why my show's called Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, because it's a crazy modern world, right? Right? Well, my bandwidth meter sends me a network traffic alert when I reach 600 gigs of data incoming and outgoing. So this month, in 18 days, I've used 600 gigs of data, 145.2 gigs of incoming traffic, and outgoing upload traffic, 451.1 gigs. That's because I stream in high quality to Facebook and YouTube. So, but anyway. All right. Let's see. Queen Helen Kate says, I do have a couple of videos up about the Blue Angels F-8 planes. Yeah, I've always liked the Blue Angels. And whenever they would come out to the Bay Area, typically they would go and do a show in the town nearby Redwood City called Mountain View. There's an airfield there called Moffett Field. And so they would do their shows there. I haven't been to a Blue Angels show in a while, but I do want to go to one of their shows again down the road at some point. But when I was a little kid, my dad would take my brother and I and my mother, and oh man, I tell you, they're crazy. Like the amount of precision involved with the maneuvers they do. I mean, it's seriously life threatening. Like, honestly, if these Blue Angels make one mistake, not only could they have a midair collision, those planes could crash and kill people that are spectators, right? So the thrill of being at a Blue Angels event is pretty insane. You ever been to one, Queen? They're pretty insane. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about a few things right now. For example, purposes, and quite frankly, I say what I want to say. I'm going to talk about this drama group I used to be a part of because I think it's rather comical what's been happening to them since I completely withdrew myself. I have not fed into these people one time for a long time now. I even took an almost 2-week vacation last month, and they didn't know what to do with themselves, right? Because before I went on that vacation, and for a little bit before that, I had to go toe to toe with one of these other people because this guy just wouldn't stop. He just would not stop, doing things to harm my business and my brand. And so I had to take some, measures, legal measures, and get him to stop, right? Now, for the most part, and from what I've heard from other people that I communicate with behind the scenes, because I don't watch their content anymore. These people will send me like small timestamps and clips every now and then, because I really haven't had the time, right? But they send me this stuff because they think it's rather comical too. And they're curious to get my opinion. And here's the thing, when you've been a part of a group for a long time, including, a drama group that you've been trying to eliminate yourself from, and you finally did it, you're always going to have some kind of opinion regarding it, and you're always going to be somewhat invested in some way, shape, or form, whether you do it on the front lines or behind the scenes or even internally, right? Again, I've completely moved forward, and I've been doing my own content, and I'm very happy with, where this channel is heading. But, these people, at one point, I was very close to many of them. I was actually friends with many of them. And, to see what these people are doing and continue to do, it breaks my heart that they're wasting their time when they are much better than, what this drama provides. They're much better and more talented people. They have great capabilities, and they know they have those capabilities, but why are they not focusing on those capabilities and turning those capabilities into great content instead of, feeding into endless nonsensical drama, right? And so, you have a lot of these people that they overthink everything, right? They've told me themselves in the past that, hey, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to create a real channel. I want to put out real content. But, it's just going to be really hard to. Folks, the YouTube servers just cut off OBS, and now it's back. It's ironic. At 3:02 a.m., that's happened around this time before. Hopefully, it will not disconnect. If you're watching live right now, you probably saw a circle buffering, and now it should be back. Queen or anyone else, let me know if the stream is back up and running. If you're watching on the replay, you probably saw a splice from the point it cut off to where it came back online. But let me make sure that we're still rolling here. We should be. If you're watching on the replay, you probably saw okay, a splice. Yeah, we're good. Point it cut off. Yeah, that's happened to me several times when I stream in the middle. It doesn't happen every night, but I think like once a week or so, they will restart the server. Maybe it's on Fridays at 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Yeah, no, Queen. I think the YouTube servers get restarted like once per week. This has happened before. OBS, when it disconnects me, because YouTube's probably restarting their server quickly, it reconnects me like right away, and then it comes right back. But anyway, so like I was saying, a lot of these people within that drama group are very talented people. They have talents, right? And they really, what they really want to do, and this is wholeheartedly the truth, what they really want to do, in my opinion, is, create content based on their talent that's going to get them a lot of traction, views, super chats, ad revenue, merchandise, and all that. They would love to monetize what they're truly passionate about, right? And some of them have tried to do that in the past. And because they didn't make money quickly enough, they gave up on that. They gave up on themselves, right? And they started to see more value in running drama shit shows, And I'm not going to mention names specifically, but, the people on that side are going to know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. And I'm not here to criticize you folks, and I'm not here to talk smack about you folks. And I'm not here to create any issues. I'm not here to come at you folks legally or anything like that. I'm not here to do any of that. I've moved on from that. As far as my family goes on other stuff, they're handling that stuff on their own. And I've given them information and I've moved on from it. But as far as I'm concerned, I am totally out of all of this drama. I'm going to sue you crap. I'm going to get a restraining order on you and this and that, right? So there's a man and a woman that, run a group of people, I guess is what you can call it. These are a group of people. Some of them came from, my former group. They, this group, this man, this woman, they, at least this man before he got with this woman in their online romance that they have going on, their internet dating thing they have going on. This guy, leveraged a lot of my network and another, YouTuber's network. And, we're just going to refer to the other YouTuber's network that he leveraged as what are we going to call him? We're just going to call him the guy that does news stories, because that's his actual content. His actual content is doing news stories. And he still does news stories. I don't follow them. And I don't follow his drama stuff, but it's ironic to me, people have been sending me links and clips of this guy that does news stories is now going back and forth with this other guy I used to go back and forth with, this, mid-30s millennial guy. And he has a 47-year-old, girlfriend that I used to be friends with, that I met through YouTube years ago. So again, I'm not here to, threaten anybody or, talk smack about anybody. I'm here to say that I think all of you, and I wholeheartedly, sincerely mean this. I could care less if you come back at me and try to laugh at me or do a stream about me and say that, oh, I'm a beta male, right? Right? Or, like this other dude, I was sent like a clip. I guess he did a stream on me. I didn't even know about it because I'm not paying attention. Like 10 reasons why I'm a beta male. Okay. That's funny and not worth any of my time watching, sir. But hey, you know what? If that got you 200-300 views, whatever it got you, if it made you 60 or $100, hey, I tip my hat off to you, dude. Right? Okay. But he can create better content than that. he has content to create, but he's been focusing, from what other people have been telling me, he's been focusing a lot of his time on, creating this drama content, right? Because he so happens to have the same sponsor as this other mid-30s millennial guy I've been talking about, right? Now, I think this guy, like I said, the news story guy, is capable of creating great content. He's had a couple channels go semi-viral. And because he pushes the YouTube community guidelines and copyright guidelines, when those channels get to 10,000 subscribers or 30,000 subscribers, boom, he gets shut down. He has the talent. Sir, listen, you have the talent to be a great news story guy, right? And if you just focused on that instead of feeding into drama, and you are a little more careful with your words, sir, you could have had a channel right now with 100, 200K subs. So my question to you is, why are you feeding into this drama? If you have other content that's making you money, why would you waste your time on this? That's an honest question, sir, right? And then you don't have to answer me. I'm not even going to watch. I'm putting this out here for example purposes, right? Okay. And then, on the flip side, you have this mid-30s guy that is having an internet relationship, a cross-country internet relationship where they haven't even met yet, with this 47-year-old woman that I used to be friends with and worked on some projects with, last year in 2020. Okay. And both of them are very talented too. And a lot of people might be saying, okay, if these people, have talked smack about you and have done all these bad things to you, Eli, why do you care? I care about everybody. And I'm not even talking about the smack or anything. I'm not even talking about what they've done to me in the past or what's happened. What I'm talking about is the fact that these people are talented. They have talents. One of them has graphics designing talents, and he could do so many other things and create real content based off of that. But instead, he chooses to continue feeding into nonsensical, endless drama. And then his internet girlfriend, and ma'am, I am talking about you, right? But I'm not mad at you. And ma'am, let me tell you something. I'm not out here to get anyone. I want the best for everyone, including you. But you, ma'am, yourself, continue to feed into nonsensical drama. You've got a channel that, I was made aware of because I could care less about this drama, right? And I've tuned in a few times, right? And you're like, ooh, I've got 35 in the box. Of course, ma'am, you're talking about drama. That's all you do is talk about drama. Drama, 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 right? Drama. When you have better talents than that, you have great talents. You used to work in Hollywood. You have acting skills, right? You're also going to become a paralegal. You're a professional, ma'am. But instead, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, instead of you creating content on other stuff, okay? How to be a successful, Hollywood, actor or actress, right? Or you could even create a channel where, hey, I used to be a Hollywood actress, but Hollywood's dead. YouTube's the new Hollywood. This is my tips I'm going to share with you on this channel, how to be a successful, actor or celebrity or content creator on YouTube, right? Or you could share, your journey on becoming a paralegal and what it takes to become a paralegal. You could do a vlog on that, ma'am. There are so many more things you could be doing with your time right now that eventually will get you further, right? But why aren't you doing it? For a couple of reasons. Number one, you're overthinking everything, right? You're overthinking it because you're like, okay, what's the easiest way to get what I want, right? What's the easiest way for me to get a decent audience to start things off, right? Is to talk about drama. And number two, I really want to make things work with this other creator that I'm in an internet relationship with. So I'm also going to do things that are going to cater to what he's doing. And yes, he's a drama king. Actually, he's a drama queen, just like you, ma'am. You both are drama queens, to be honest with you, both of you, right? And I say this respectfully because both of you have talents that you're putting to waste because you would rather sit there and talk shit about everybody on the internet, and then both of you try to come off like you're saints. And none of us are saints, ma'am, or dude, including myself. None of us are saints. We've all made mistakes, right? So both of you are overthinking everything because I've seen this, right? I've been sending clips on this, and I don't have to sit there and watch tons of 3, 4, 5 hour streams like I used to. And plus, you guys have become so boring. You become so boring, which is what I'm trying to say. It's just pathetic, right? Hollywood is dead, all right, says Queen. Oh, it is. It is. It is. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. You folks overthink things, right? Because I've seen you folks in the past and recently through some clips people have sent me to the point of where you folks were saying, yes, I want to create more of my actual content, right? And I've been sending clips of actual content you guys have created and you hardly get any views. So what happens? You go back to the drama, right? Right? Then you go back to the drama, right? And then you guys intentionally instigate drama with other people, other innocent people, right? Just so you can have a show to run. I see this happening. It's ridiculous. Is this what you really want? Is this what you folks really want? That's part of the reason why I did this stream, because I want to say to you folks to stop overthinking everything and go after whatever you want for yourself. You see, ma'am, you want to be with this man. You love him. And I'm happy for you, right? But if it's meant to be with him, it's going to be meant to be with him, whether you try to help his drama shit show or not. Right? And see, ma'am, here's the thing. The honest truth is this, right? I'm saying this because I care, and it's a great example, right? Okay? You've gone way out of your way, and you've changed your purpose and path, or at least put it on hold, so you can try to help save this guy's sinking ship because you care about him that much. Now, I can respect and understand that to a certain extent, ma'am. But at what point are you going to draw the line and have some self-respect? Because, ma'am, here's the thing. The truth of the matter is that the more and more things you do to try to save this guy's sinking ship, it's going to affect you even if you're not at fault, ma'am. It's going to affect you, and it has affected you. Right? So the thing is this. If you're going to get with somebody, if you want to be with somebody, you love somebody, right? Let's say you meet someone on the internet and you're talking for a little bit. In my opinion, you got to meet as soon as possible, because the longer you take to meet, when you finally meet, if it doesn't work out, it's going to hurt a lot more because you're already getting emotionally invested over the phone or video chatting or whatever you folks do, right? And the other guy, you know, the guy involved, the mid-30s guy, okay? Dude, you overthink everything, right? And you think that everyone's out to get you. You think that everyone's trying to screw you over or play games, right? At the same time, you're a big hypocrite, dude. You are. You're a huge hypocrite because both you, and no, with no disrespect to you, ma'am, or you, sir, but this is the truth of the matter. Both of you are hypocrites because both of you accuse people of doing things that you yourselves have done to others, right? We've all made mistakes, including myself. I've made mistakes and I've owned them, right? But the problem I have, especially with you, mid-30s, dude, and it's just for example purposes, dude. The problem I have is that not only do you have more talent than the drama you're feeding into, right? And that I know you're still getting paid, I guess apparently now $3,000 per month. I guess apparently you were in this competition with the other guy, the news reporting guy, right? The news story guy, right? The news story guy was saying, okay, you put out a video. I guess I heard that you make more money than him through the same sponsor. And he said, well, if I find out you make more money, then I'll bow down to you and you'll win, right? And then he did videos back when he found out that you made $3,000 and he makes what was it like? He used to make $1,200, but now he's making $1,050 or something like that. That's the clip I was sent, right? The thing is, dude, you have talents. You have talents. You're a graphics designer, and you can create some great designs. Better than the ones you do. And the people that criticize you for tracing, the reason why they say that, dude, is because you copycat logos from other companies like Warner Brothers and other companies, Coca-Cola. I mean, maybe your Wolf logo is an original thing. But what if you were to focus more on creating original graphics design and then doing a channel on your original work, right? And then create t-shirts and say, hey, look, you know what? For the first 100 people, I'm going to give, 40% off these t-shirts. And let's say you only make like 50 cents profit on those t-shirts, right? By giving 40% off. Guess what? That's an investment, bro. That's called branding. You want to give those t-shirts away practically, not for free, but for a minimal profit, right? Let's say you sell them 40% off and you only make a 50-cent profit or you break even, right? You now have 100 people that bought your shirt and are now going to be invested in your channel to watch and see your future designs. See, you can create that, bro. You're capable of creating that, but you don't want to do the work, right? You don't want to do the work, right? So instead, you feed into nonsensical drama, right? And here's the thing. The thing that bugs me the most, right, is the fact that, like I said a second ago, you're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite because you sit there and try to come up like you're an innocent saint and you've never done anything to anybody, sir. You said you've never doxed anybody. You said you've never, attacked anybody. Dude, I could pull up videos for the last 4 years, bro, and I could do a 10-part miniseries on you, 2 hours a piece, bro. I got the laptop now, bro, with the i9, 5.3 gigahertz, 8-core, 16-thread processor with 64 gigs of RAM, bro. I could crank that thing out in no time. And on my fiber line, I could upload it everywhere, right? Dude, you're overthinking things. Ma'am, you're overthinking things. The two in that relationship, the 47-year-old and the 35-year-old that are working, through the 35-year-old's, YouTube drama group, right? You've wanted to create your own greatness and your own content and get away from drama, but you keep overthinking things because you know that getting rid of the drama completely is going to lose the majority of your audience. You'll still have some people there, right? But everyone's seen it. When you create non-drama content, you've got, 10, 15, 20, 25 people there, right? Now, I'm streaming in the middle of the night. I only have 10 people right now, but it's, 6 a.m., 6:24 Eastern, 3:24 a.m. Pacific, right? But I get, 10, 15, 20 people, when I stream during a normal time, right? That's what you get. That's what you guys all get when you don't feed in the drama, right? But at what point are you going to say, okay, let me cut my losses now and start building something sustainable, more sustainable long term, before it gets too late and then boom, it starts all going downhill? All of you are overthinking this. All of you want to be successful doing something outside of drama. Every time you try to create success outside of drama, you try it once or twice and it doesn't get you the same traction or anywhere near the traction that drama gets you, and you give up, right? I've been doing this for 4 years. 4 years! And I haven't given up. And you guys and gals try once or twice to create real content, and because it gets you 1/10 the views or 1/10 of the live viewers compared to drama, so you give up and you say, oh, it's not working? Come on, dude. Rome wasn't built in a day. You've heard that one, right? But the hypocrisy I've seen, right? This is how a lot of people are, but this group is perfect. This is the perfect group to really, really show that there are 3 very talented people that I've mentioned here. I haven't mentioned their names. People that have been following me for a while know who they are. And if you don't know them, just listen to the story. It makes sense. But all 3 of you, the news reporting, news story guy, the graphics designer guy, and then the actress, right, from Hollywood, right? All 3 of you have talents outside of drama, but you keep on going back to drama. And not only have you gone back to drama, you've amped it up to the point of where now you got people filing restraining orders and doing all this crazy stuff. People, doing crazy things, right? I told the people that follow me behind the scenes, and there are people even outside of my moderators that I'm friends with that are not moderators on my channel that will send me things. It's not even my moderators are not the ones sending me this stuff. They're not. There are other people, other supporters of mine behind the scenes. They send me emails all the time, right? And I guess they never got the message that, I don't want any of this stuff. I don't want to know about it. But they sent me this stuff, so I'm like, whatever. These are people that have been supporting me. They've even donated to me in the past. Like, let me just take a look, and I'll quickly give them my opinion, right? Especially if somebody is supporting my channel monetarily, I'm gonna more so, give them an opinion regarding something, even if it's something I really don't want to talk about, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? The stuff that they've sent me in bite-sized clips, because they've even told me there's been you missed countless hours of streams, Eli. And I'm like, I could care less. I got other things going on. I've been, amping up my game. I've been stepping things up. I've been buying new equipment. I've been focused on my personal life. I've been doing other things, right? But they sent me stuff in bite-sized clips because they know I used to be a part of this group, and they wanted to get my opinion because they feel the same way as I do. These people are so much more talented than what they're doing and how they're behaving on YouTube. You got this other woman that, has 2 children, and, she, people have been threatening to call CPS on her. Okay. Here's the thing. How she raises her kids is on her. And if she was really harming her kids would report to their teachers, or they'd call the cops, right? It's weird to me when you have people from one coast attacking people from the other coast, right? I mean, this woman that has 2 teenage kids, right, is being scrutinized by other YouTubers all over the country, primarily YouTubers that live about 2,000 plus miles away from her. Why do you folks care so much about this one woman and her kids, right? Now, again, I do care about kids being safe and all that, right? This is YouTube. Do you really care about the kids? Or do you care about whatever it takes to get drama, views, and donations? Because that's what I think it's all about, right? That's what I think it's all about, right? I think it's that because a good friend of mine who I haven't talked to in a while, and I haven't seen him, I think he shut down his channel or put it to private, or he hid it, RJ Sanford, blind YouTuber. He had this woman, this actress that used to be a friend of mine. And I don't have a problem with her. Ma'am, I don't have a problem with you. I don't have any problems with you. I'm disappointed. I'm using you for example purposes, and same with this other guy that you're in an internet relationship with, and this other guy, the news reporting guy, for example purposes. But yeah, I mean, why? Why does it matter? Why does it matter what some woman clear across the country, does? What's the vested interest? Again, I care about kids being safe. I care about people being safe in general. But again, is this more about, doing whatever it takes to create drama content? Or is this really about this woman and her kids? I think you folks are better than that. You're much better than that. And every time that I've talked with you folks in the past, you said, hey, I'm going to create a real YouTube channel, or I'm changing away from the drama and I'm going to, create real content, right? And then you overthink it. You overthink it. And maybe you try it out and then you quit because you don't get the traction like you did with the drama. Folks, I'm not going to lie. I've received a lot of emails from people that support me, and I don't even want to look at this stuff. But when people support me and they ask me for an opinion, like I said, I'm going to do it. It's part of my job, and I care about people. And if people that care about me want my opinion about stuff, I'm going to give it to them, right? But because I was practically paid to look into this, right? Okay. I'm going to share it for example purposes because, quite honestly, I do know these people, right? And like I said, any which way you look at it, when you invest 3 to 4 years of your life with this group, love them or hate them, there's an emotional investment, right? And for me, the emotional investment is I like to see the better good in everyone. And these people are more than capable of creating good. Hey, Mr. Wondering Haggis, how you doing? Welcome, man. We're going to wrap this up in about 5 or 10 minutes. You can call me Eli, bro, unless you prefer to call me Elias. It's not a big deal. How you been, bro? How do you like the new quality, bro, with the new camera, man? I love this thing. I love it. It's funny to me. It's funny to me, and I'm going to say this, man. I don't spend a lot of time on Hangouts anymore besides my private mod group. I get my messages, but I have notifications turned off for everything except my private mod group and my moderators. Everyone else that I'm connected with has notifications turned off, and I go in and see the messages when I can. Ma'am, there's no need for you to message me on this. There's no need for any one of you to respond to this. I mean, if you're going to create drama content that I mentioned you guys as an example, then do what you got to do. It doesn't matter because, tonight this was part of my topic. Queen says it is great. What, the quality? It better be. Between the laptop and the camera and all that, we're looking at $4,500 at least, maybe close to $5,000, but that's fine. Love it. It's like Hollywood. What do you mean? My the clarity? Yeah, I got a new camera, Mr. Wondering Haggis. I think this is the first time that you've been here since I got my new Sony A6400 mirrorless digital camera / video camera. And this thing has a great lens. It's just, Sony is amazing. And the autofocus is incredible. I'll just show you something right here. Like, this is my iPhone 12 Pro Max. When I put this close up the screen, you see my face right there? It's all blurred. It's focusing on the iPhone. Look at how clear that is, right? Okay. Now, when I pull back, look how quickly I come back into focus, right? Boom. Out of focus. Blur background. Back in focus, right? And look at this. Top my own news feed. Now that's clarity. That is super, super clear. I got to watch that video below by Strong Successful Male. I like that guy's channel. Super, super clear. Look at how close that is. Look at how well that autofocus works. Oops, look at that. Oops, the lighting's off. That's what, oh boy. Oh, look, it went on my face. See my face right there? That's trippy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh boy. Anyway. Haggis says, what do you mean? The clarity? Is that what you're saying? Like, look at this rock star. Except there's green on it, so it's going to wash out my green screen. Like, this is a green. This is like chroma green. So look at how the green screen washes out this rock star. I think a better thing to do is show you folks my wireless 10 keypad, right? Look at that. Now that's super, super. Whoops, there's my face. Look at that. Ooh, clarity. Cool. Haggis is like, wow. I'm playing with my toy live on the air, you know? Let me wrap up by saying this, okay? To that group out there. When you folks going to move on from drama? When you all going to grow up? One of you is 47, the other one of you is 35, and another one is, 41. You've got a 35-year-old, a 41-year-old, and a 47-year-old, and you're all behaving like 3-year-olds. Some of you 2-year-olds. I say that with lots of love, right? And again, I don't need any of you emailing me or private messaging me. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so if you folks even try to message me, I don't have time to respond. I'm not going to feed into this. I'm just trying to say this. Look, I've known you folks in the past. You're a perfect example for this. And regardless, I'm the kind of person that wants to help everybody. That's the kind of person I've always been. When are you folks going to just move on from this nonsensical drama? When are you folks going to stop attacking other people on YouTube to create drama content? You're not trying to hurt anybody, but you're doing it to make content out of it, right? And then after you do that, right? After you do that to these people, then you come off and you say, oh, we don't dox people, we don't do this and that. Come on. Come on now. Everyone's made mistakes, including myself, right? Mr. Mid-30s guy, dude, listen. I've been sent clips of you saying that, oh, I don't dox people, I don't do this, I don't do that. Dude, I got so much proof of you on video and stuff behind the scenes, dude, that I don't have to prove anything, bro. It's really sad. It's really sad when I'm sent a short clip and you say something and it's completely hypocritical because you get mad at other people for doing the same things that you're doing. That's called a hypocrite, dude. You are a hypocrite, right? You are a hypocrite. Good job. It's not your bedroom toys, LOL. Hi, Queen, says Haggis. And that's why it's comical. I'm not triggered. It's comical to me to see you, dude, mid-30s dude, fight to maintain your audience, right? And any which way you look at it, you have lost a lot of your audience, right? And let me tell you something, dude. Your internet girlfriend, which I'm hoping it works out for you both in person, right? Your internet girlfriend is destroying you with the ratings. Because yes, she is a much better YouTuber than you are. And I think even the news reporting guy would say the same thing, right? And yes, ma'am, you are a much better YouTuber than your internet boyfriend. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. But ma'am, you also are 100% drama when you have way more capabilities of creating something great. Your capabilities of creating something great. You got great video editing skills. You got great speaking skills. You've got so many other talents that, hey, if you cut off the drama and started a real channel, yeah, you would probably lose 2/3 of your audience, right? You'd probably get 5 to 10 people in your box instead of 35, right? But if you stick with it, 3 months from now, you'll have 30 people in the box. Then a year from now, you'll have 50 or 100 people in the box. Why can't you see that? Why can't you see that? When you were working in Hollywood, ma'am, did you make it right away or did you have to work hard, right? It took time. You had to go audition for things. You got some roles, other roles you didn't get, right? You had to network and meet people. You had to work, right? You had to work. And ma'am, you're not lazy. But why aren't you willing to create a real YouTube channel and put in the work for that? Why do you keep feeding into nonsensical drama? All of you are destroying each other. You know why? Not because you want to. You see, I'm going to wrap up by saying this on this aspect, and I'm going to wrap up the overall topic. You see, the reason why you guys are attacking each other, it's not that you really want to do it. It's not that you want to harm anybody. Mr. Mid-30s millennial, you don't want to harm anybody, right? But in order for you to get traction and have something to talk about on your drama shit shows, you have to instigate fake drama, but you have to make it look real by doing real things and then trying to cover them up by having other people do your dirty work for you, dude. That's how you do it, right? But you don't think we all know you're the main culprit, dude? Good morning, Mo's better looking sister. Great to see you. It's been a while. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome. We're about to go off the air here. Hello at Queen, says Mo's better looking sister. You guys are all better than this. When you folks gonna start doing something that's going to, just be something that you can be more proud of, right? You see, here's the thing. Mo's better looking sister says, haha, doing great. That's good to hear. How's Mo doing? Say hi to Mo for me and the family. Thank you for being here. I got my new Sony a6400 camera. Do you like the clarity? You see how much clearer it is now? It's just so funny to me that everything that these people do, they do it to put on a show. It's all fabricated, folks. Now, there are some real things happening, right? There are some restraining orders I hear that are going out there, and I've stayed out of it completely. Like, I don't talk to any of these people, but my people that support me, and no one knows who these people are sending me clips of all this stuff, and they're making me aware that I guess someone out there is trying to get a real restraining order on somebody. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, how in the world did it get to this point? And is it something that's really valid? Well, I don't know the whole entire story, but based on what I said, if you folks want my honest opinion, I think this is all one big fabricated shit show. Now, the RO may be a real thing. I guess somebody's filed it, but as far as I'm concerned, I think it's all BS. I think the whole group of people is all one BS shit show. Because all these people do is turn every little aspect of everyone's life involved in this group into content. That's all they do. They make content off of every little thing that everyone does in that group. You can't just be a part of this group and just have a good time and be a spectator. You are a part of the drama. You joined the group. You're a part of it. You're going to have endless content made on you. Anything you type in the chats, anything that you create as a video, if you go on a panel, and say something, it'll be clipped. Anything you do, these people will make content off of it, right? This one more thing, this other dude, I know you're probably watching me live right now, and you're probably getting a good laugh at it. I don't care. It's always crap show from the dead zone. That's right, Queen. Dude, Mr. News Reporter, political commentator. Dude, you keep tagging me in community postings. I don't go look at your postings, but when you go to the back end of YouTube, it now shows you all that, right? I go there and I'm looking at like the last several days, you have like 5-6 postings, with me, with my name tag. And I just ignore it. And I'm like, dude, do you really want my attention that bad, dude? Because I haven't talked about you at all, right? Right now, I'm using you for example purposes, and I could care less what you do. Because here's the thing, dude, whether I talk about you or not, you're going to talk about me whether you feel like it or not, whether I talk about you or not. That's the thing. Whether I talk about you or not, and whether you feel like talking about me or not, that's going to be up to you. Your decision to talk about me is going to have nothing to do with whether I talk about you or not. That's a better way to put it. Most Better Looking Sister with a $4 super sticker. Thank you so much for that, Most Better Looking Sister. Going to give you a big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I guess I will put that on the screen. Channel donations. Thank you for the $4 super sticker. I did actually get another donation, but I'm not going to mention who sent that. It was a $20 donation, so thank you folks for the donations. We are at $24. Thank you for that. You're good by yourself? What do you mean by that, Most Better Looking Sister? Just curious about that. Let me know what you mean by that. When you folks instigate fake drama, and in order for it to sell to your audience, it has to be real, right? You're instigating real fake drama is what you're doing, right? That's when the repercussions come in, and then people start to take legal action and stuff. Now, again, I don't know what's going on in this whole situation. I've been sent clips and tidbits, and quite frankly, I don't care. I'm out of this, right? All I'm trying to say is that all three of these people that I used for example purposes during the second part of the show tonight are more capable, or are capable of doing much better than they're doing. They're capable of creating real stuff. And for all three of them to continue to feed into nonsensical drama and instigate BS, right? It's telling me one thing. It's telling me that they're hurting for money or they have another interest. Now, ma'am, I know what your vested interest in. We don't have to go into that. It's not money. It's something else. Mid-30s dude, millennial dude, your interest is that's the way you make your money, right? And newspaper guy, here's the thing, okay? I honestly think, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that you're not making good money. You probably are. But I honestly think for you to be investing as much time as you have been feeding into this, it's because other areas of your pocketbook are suffering for whatever reason. Dude, if you were making more money from your news stories, you wouldn't even focus a second on this BS drama with the mid-30s, dude. Come on, bro. Right? You wouldn't focus a second on doing an entire stream on me saying that here are 10 reasons why Coach Eli is a beta male. All right, folks, OBS cut me off again. It looks like YouTube just restarted the server again at 3:54 a.m. Pacific time. So again, folks, I know it did. OBS tells me. So folks, if you're watching live, you probably just saw a circle buffering for a second. It should be back now. If you're watching on the replay, you're going to see a splice from the point of where the YouTube servers cut me off, and then it'll just, leave off where the connection came back in. But we should be back now. Circle buffering for a second. It should be back now. If you're watching on the replay, you're going to see a splice from the point of where the YouTube. Yeah, that happens, Queen, and there's nothing you can do about it. The cool thing is that I have a full backup copy uninterrupted. I could always re-upload, but Most Better Looking Sister have to go. We all love you. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you, Most Better Looking Sister. Thank you again for the $4 super sticker. I appreciate it. So I challenge you folks that are instigating realistic fake drama. It's fake, but it's real too. You have to make it look real to sell it, right? I get it, right? And it's getting you all in trouble one way or another, right? I challenge all three of you to go 1 week without doing any drama shows. Focus on your content. Can you do it? When I went on a vacation, you folks were saying that I wasn't going to last a couple days. Well, I took 2 weeks off, but I didn't stream for 10 days. I came back a little early because I was refreshed and I felt like updating my audience, but I kept my word. And I kept my word. Why don't you guys focus on your own content? Mr. News commentator, political news commentator. Just do political commentary. Or work on your other channels. Don't feed into drama for a week. Let's see if you can do that. I doubt it. I bet you've already made a community posting doing commentary on me on your community wall as I'm live. That's pathetic, bro. It is. Thank you, Queen. Man. You start talking about certain things and then the trolls come in and that's just the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. That's right. You, mid-30s guy, do graphics designing. Create original designs. Don't even use anything under fair use. Create everything original from scratch. And offer them to your audience at a great discount where you make little or no profit, so that way you get your brand out there, right? And keep doing that and see over the course of time, you're going to have an audience that's going to love your stuff. You, man, actress, Hollywood actress. So there's so many things you can do. You can vlog your journey on becoming a paralegal. You can, teach people how to be an actor or actress and make them aware that, hey, you know what? I was born and raised, working in Hollywood. I have the experience. Now Hollywood's pretty much dead. YouTube's the new Hollywood. Let me help you become a great YouTuber. Here are my tips, right? Here's what I used to do in Hollywood. And now I'm bringing this to you folks on YouTube. Why don't you focus on that, man? Why don't you focus on creating real content because you have real talent, man? Real talent. I'm disappointed. I am. Right? And I wasn't going to say anything, but, it fit in with the topic of the show tonight. I wasn't going to say anything, but after all these emails and links I got from people that support my channel monetarily, right? And they want to remain anonymous. If you folks think that I'm not getting donations, I'm getting donations behind the scenes, and people want my opinion on certain things, right? I honestly didn't even want to talk about this because I didn't even want to know about it, but they sent me links. I saw them, and I know all of you. I've known all of you for a long time. And some of you, or maybe even all of you, I care about everyone. I do care about everyone. I do actually care. Some more than others. And I think you can figure out who I care for in this situation more than others, right? I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed at the fact that all three of you are wasting time and the great talents you have to create real content. And you keep feeding into nonsensical drama because you're thinking that's what's getting me the traction. That's what's getting me donations. That's what's making me feel like I'm relevant, right? Maybe one day you'll all figure it out. Folks, we've been talking about stop overthinking everything. Go after whatever you want for yourself. Drama is not something worthy of ever going after. It's not. Nobody likes drama. In real life, no one puts up with drama. Why do people put up with it on YouTube? For one aspect. The audience, there's an audience entertained by stupid, cringy, nonsensical drama happening on YouTube. That's fake, fabricated drama, but they do real things in a fabricated way because if it doesn't come off as real to the audience, they're not going to tune in, right? They're going to say, oh, this is fake, right? But the truth of the matter is this whole entire thing is like one big WWE shit show. If you want to accomplish something in life, folks, and you want to leave a legacy behind, and you want to feel really good about what you do, you have to figure out what your purpose is. And when you figure out what your purpose is, like I have, my purpose is to help people get a better grip on their life, or the best possible grip on their life possible. I love helping people with their dating relationships, their marriages, and any business aspect. Being an entrepreneur, working in the corporate world, getting promoted, etc. Whatever it is, I love helping people on all aspects of life. That's my purpose, right? I'm going after what I want. What I want is to make this the most successful business ever because I want to be able to help more and more people understand what I understand and become as strong as I am and live a happy and healthy life like I've been living. All right, folks, we're at 2 hours and 9 minutes. I am going to get on out of here. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to the donations tonight. Was on a little bit longer than I expected. And I'm still not that tired, so I'm probably going to go take a bath and watch the replay and see how it turned out. I'll be back later today at some point. Maybe I might even do a walking stream and an in-studio stream today. We'll see what happens. We'll see how I feel. I'm probably going to take a nap throughout most of the morning. And then I'll get up and we'll see what the day brings. I'll surprise you all. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.